I'm sitting here with a racing legend, Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion, a Formula One driver, tied for the most titles all time, and he has won more Formula One races than any other driver in history. He is with me now. Do I have it? Am I supposed to call, is it Sir Lewis now? Okay, but that's the proper way. Do your friends give you a hard, you were knighted in December, congratulations, that's a big deal. But do your friends give you a hard time? Do you make them call you Sir when you all hang out?
No, just my dad. And no, I don't make anybody call me. My niece and nephew call me Sir Uncle.
Sir Uncle?
Yeah, so
that's good.
And it's a huge privilege in the UK. But I don't really notice it too often.
Well, congratulations nonetheless. It's good to have you back here with us. And you're here, you're in not just in town, but in country because Formula One coming to Miami for the first time. Now, what is this scene going to be like in Miami coming up?
It's been nerve-wracking because I think it's going to be such a huge event for us. We obviously have the race in Austin, Texas, which has always been amazing. First race I had out here was Indianapolis in 2007. But now, you know, with Netflix, the Netflix series Drive to Survive growing, now we have this 2 Grand Prix in the States and then potentially another one. We have another one in Vegas next year. Wow. So it's going to be huge.
Now, has Formula One now, you talked before about just trying to kind of crack into the U.S. market in some way. Is it here now?
I think so, yeah, because I've been coming out here for a long, long time, but I never quite understood why people weren't into Formula One. Everyone knew NASCAR, and obviously you got such huge sporting fans out here, but this, as I said, this Netflix show, particularly through the pandemic, has just brought massive awareness to the sport, and now it's booming.
And you have an initiative to bring diversity to driving. Only black driver in Formula One, still I believe, and certainly only one won a championship. What have you seen as the barriers to getting more diversity into the sport as you've been researching this now?
Well, I mean, it's been generally quite a lonely journey. It's just been me and my family. We're the only black family. I mean, I've been racing for 29 years. I'm 37 now. But I've been professional for 16 years, but most often being the only person of color in the room. And when I would ask the question, there was no real great feedback answer to that, so I put together the Hamilton Commission, because it starts with education, right, and understanding. We put together this body of work of research to try and understand what those barriers are, and we found out that there are not only in our industry, which we have over 40,000 jobs, but only 1% come from black backgrounds. But there are real systemic issues within the educational system as well. So with the Hamilton Commission, we've now started the Mission 44, which I've funded myself, to try and create more representation and support and empowerment for these young underserved groups.
And again, like you say, you've been a professional some 16 years, and still to this day, your family is the only black family involved.
But the goal is that, for me, I realize that there's only 20 Formula One drivers, so it's not like there's a huge, there's not a huge way of accessing that, but there's, as I said, there's 40,000 jobs. So engineers, mechanics, marketing, there are so many incredible jobs in the background. And just in my team, for example, 2 years ago, there was only 3%, 2,000 people, there's only 3% diversity. Is where now we're working on tackling those challenges and improving that.
All right, so we're talking about challenges here. You drive a car 200 miles an hour, but that's not enough of a thrill. What's the skydiving thing you're doing? What are you doing, man?
I'm just doing, I don't know, just living life.
Why, my man?
Well, what can I say? I love the freedom of it, the freedom of falling and just letting go of your of any fear that you have, and just living.
How much of this have you done? How many jumps have you done?
I think this is like I'm in around 80.
At around 80?
Yeah.
Lewis.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot when you speak to other.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the car going around 200 miles an hour. It's not enough, guys. Let's jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Lewis, we are fans of yours. We've been watching you and your journey for a long time. And like you said, it looks like Formula One has maybe cracked the code finally here in the U.S., but we're going to be watching this weekend. Want folks to know GMA will be live in Miami starting Friday before the big race weekend, so you can tune in to the Miami Grand Prix Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern, right here on ABC. Lewis, my man, it is so good to have you in studio, and good luck this weekend, all right?
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.